I feel like somebody has slapped me on the face. Actually, I'm done with my decluttering. I lied to you about the eyeshadows. I'm just, if you love that Parisian chic, maybe a little bit tired about Pillow Dog, is this beauty? Because these are all limited edition, and when they are gone, then they're gone. February was almighty short month, but a huge amount of new beauty products that I'm so excited to talk about. There's going to be a mix right here of products, like not only obviously the makeup side, but also fragrances. I have even shoes, a little bit of mix of everything that I have been loving during the month of February. Oh my goodness. First of all, a huge, huge thank you to all of you, my beautiful friends. Thank you so much. You are amazing. I had the most amazing, incredible opportunity to work for the first time with Charlotte Tilbury. I partnered up with her on another video. This video is collaboration with nobody, nobody, but it was just a moment. I had been able to collaborate with brands that I absolutely love. In December, I collaborated with Dior, and then February with Charlotte Tilbury. I mean, pinch me moment, but none of these collaborations would have happened if it wasn't for all of your support, my friends. I want to say thank you so much, because every time that you watch my videos, that you like, it doesn't matter whether you purchase or not, but when you have that connection, when you are, many of you, I know you're on Instagram and you communicate with me through Instagram, when you comment on a post, on a reel, and tag the brand, I mean, there's so many different content creators that they look that they look and be like, I want to work with her. So thank you so much to all of you, my beautiful, beautiful friends. What a blessing. You are a blessing, not because only collaborating with X brand, but just the simple but most important part of all of this is to have that friendship, that connection, that this is something that I'm talking right now to a camera, to a piece of plastic with a lens, but I know it trespasses through your screen. And oh, I don't want to get sentimental, but I just want to say thank you so much for all the support, because I have been here on YouTube for what, 4 years now. We had hit 21K subscribers, and I just, yeah, it's all it's all because all of you, and I just want to say a big thank you. Okay, okay, going back to, yeah, we let me put myself together. But yeah, that is my favorite part. Every single month, it's my gratitude goes to all of you, my friends. Okay, friends, so let's go ahead and get started with the fragrance of the day, and it is none other than Parfums de Marly VALAYA. This is their latest launch. I was very lucky to receive it on PR, but nonetheless, I'm in love. I'm a person that really love this kind of like musky, clean scents, but not necessarily truly laundry-like. Yes, it's clean, but it just have a special beauty. It has a little bit of orange blossom as well as white peach, which makes of this fragrance very velvety and energizing. It awakens me. Some people, they have mentioned that it's alike to MFK 724. I have that fragrance. I have reviewed it here on my channel, and no, to me it's different. To me, MFK 724 is more to the lines of linen, fresh laundry, yes, but this one has a lot more to that. It's musky. It does have a little bit of vanilla, but it's not sweet because it does have mandarin, bergamot, which you know, my friends, bergamot is one of the notes that I absolutely love. And as you can tell, I already made a little bit of a dent on the fragrance because I'm in love with this type of fragrance. In fact, one of my favorite fragrances from Parfums de Marly, I mean, I do have my ranking for the Delinas, but Delina La Rose is one of my favorite fragrances in general, and it's perhaps a little bit more sparkly, a little bit more vibrant, a little bit more lighter. While, for example, Delina L'Exclusive is for me something that I wear more at nighttime. The Lina, the original, it's beautiful and I love it, but at the same time, I feel that sometimes it turns a little bit too harsh. It's a little bit too sharp for me, and I cannot overspray it because otherwise, I don't want to say that it's headache inducing because it's not, but it's just a little bit too much. I leave it at one, two sprays at the most, and that's it. While the Lina La Rosé, the Lina L'Exclusive to me are up to my liking. And for me, this is not alike to any of the Delinas. Don't get confused right here. But what I'm trying to say is that if you like the DNA of Delina La Rosé, that freshness, that is sparkling, that like vibrant, fresh start of the day without smelling like laundry detergent or soap, then this will be for you. And to me, 100% better than MFK 724. If you This is something very interesting. I know this fragrance is not a luxury fragrance, is the one by Glossier. And I remember I have it not in my collection. It actually my daughter, my oldest daughter, she bought it after she smelled it on a friend. She smelled on the friend and then she asked, "What are you wearing? It smells so good." So she have the Glossier fragrance, and I personally doesn't suit my skin because it turns like, instead of clean and skin like, it smells a little bit more as if I have been sweating. I know that sounds disgusting, but that's honestly, I mean, that's the true magic of what it happens on fragrances too. Like some of them, they just don't work with your chemistry. So I love how it smells on my daughter, on other people, but not on me. While this one is on that kind of DNA of, how we have that clean girl makeup look, that no makeup kind of look theme, right? This is the same thing in fragrance, is that you smell naturally that beautiful and that good. Okay, friends. Okay, friends, that's that with Balaya, an absolute favorite and a daily use. I mean, this is a fragrance that I can see people using it as their signature scent for every day. We have sometimes our signature scents for special occasions, or one that is just so you, but this one to me is that signature scent that falls into the category of everyday scent. Anyhow, that's my fragrance of the month. Now, before we dive into makeup, let's talk about my nail polish. So this is not a new nail polish to me. Is one that I have used for years now. It is by Chanel. Is Organdi, but uh, I I haven't I haven't used this shade for a long, long time. And back when I put it back on, I'm like, I was reorganizing. I'm done with my decluttering. I'm actually done with my decluttering of all my beauty products. I'm talking about makeup, skincare, reorganizing the whole thing, even nail polishes. Well, I still have one more tap of nail polish that I need to go through, but I'm just so proud of myself. So anyhow, on that reorganizing, I found a new box of Organdi. So I said, you know what? Let me put it on, and this is the second time that I use it in a month. So, oh, beautiful. And I love the formulation from Chanel because it is thin, so it applies beautifully and more elegant in a way that it looks more like manicure than at a professional salon without going to a salon. My friends, how much I love to paint my nails at home because it just gives me a sense of calm and it's just a little bit better for me. I also love having that opportunity to change my nail polish whenever I want to. One thing with Chanel nail polishes, for those who are not familiar with their nail polishes, that one, it's a little bit thin. So some people, they don't like it, but I actually learned to love it. I love other brushes, but for this formulation, I think it's necessary to have a thin one to really apply smoothly the product. So in love with this one, and also I think I mentioned it before too, but Le Gel Code from Chanel is the code that makes your nails look extra shiny and beautiful. And I just feel that it's one of the best gel coats out there, and I have tried many, 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 and I particularly love this one because again, it's not too heavy. Sometimes certain gel coats can look like you have a thick good dough on top of your nails that is so unflattering. And now let's talk about jewelry. Oh, friends, I tried this past month of Jan of did I keep saying January? Hopefully not February. Sorry, if I said January before, it is February. I don't know, my mind is everywhere. But I got some pearls from the brand HELAS. And oh my goodness, this bracelet, I can take it out, but I don't want to take it out. I had been eyeing a pearl bracelet that is dainty, fine, beautiful without, like having a cluster of pearls. And these are actually Akoya pearls with 18-karat solid gold. It's just stunning. I absolutely love it. And the great thing about it too is that you can adjust it. So this is a bracelet, like I said, I don't want to take it off at all whatsoever. It's just so good. And then this beautiful, stunning necklace. I usually use it with white blouses because it just looks so stunning. It's so pretty. And I love also how you have a larger pearl, a little pearl in between a little gold ball. Yeah, this is also solid gold. You can as well adjust it to your measurements, so you can use it longer or shorter. Obviously, I'm not using any necklaces today because of the top that I'm wearing, but another necklace too that you have seen me use it quite a bit, mostly on my blogs too, is this Beauty by IDYL. It is a diamond, kind of like a solo diamond, but it has a rounded little tiny little diamonds, again solid gold chain, super dainty. It goes with absolutely every single thing. And with this necklace from HELAS, just fantastic. Just fantastic. Absolutely in love. And talking about pearls too, these beautiful earrings, also by HELAS, have been just an obsession of mine. So you know, my friends, how much I love my Dior pearl earrings. The ones from Dior are actually from the fashion line from Dior. So they are just a little bit different. And I had been wanting to get something alike to them. And these are it. These are completely it. So you have the pearl, you can adjust it the way you want it, and then you have a little star with a little diamond. It is truly adorable. And then always, I mean, since the moment I tried IDYL, mostly these earrings, Lucia, I absolutely adore them. And you know what? Today I tried something different. I took a shower and I took them off because although these pieces are solid gold, diamonds, pearls, you can, go and swim and take showers and whatnot. I'm usually the person that takes all my jewelry before going into any type of swimming pool or just taking a shower. So anyhow, today I decided to do something a little bit different. Usually these Lucia earrings from IDYL, I put them kind of like backwards. So the pointy dot right here goes on the top. And this time I just went the opposite direction. And I kind of like it a little bit more. I don't know about you, but I like it. I absolutely love them. And then depending on the clothing and whenever I just want the pearls to be a little bit louder, I keep going back to my Monica Vinader hoops with pearls. And actually, you can take off the pearls. You can use these as pendants too. So, yeah, there. I love all these pieces because they are pretty much modular. You can use them however you want it. Like for example, the pearl necklace that I show you, you can double wrap it and use it as a bracelet. And anyhow, same thing with these ones right here. Same thing with the IDYL earrings. I mean, absolutely amazing. So I don't want to forget about these because I have them on the floor. And so let me show you. There are these beautiful shoes. Yes, they are gorgeous. I'm in love with this. They are so beautiful. They were so great with the slacks, with jeans. I love the heel. It's not too much. If you don't know, I do have scoliosis, so I cannot I force myself sometimes to wear high heel shoes, but I try not to because it really pains me on my back. It's just really hard on my back overall. But anyhow, these shoes are incredible. Yes, I know these are more of like quote unquote say dupe or inspired by a designer kind of shoes, but they are from Zara and they are fantastic. They are beautiful and they are so comfortable. And these slim bags right here, they just grab on your heel without making any marks. So they are just some of the most comfortable shoes that I have. In fact, I'm gonna order a second pair of these ones and I'm gonna check because I remember when I was in a store, there were another two different ones, same kind of heels, same kind of like look. So I'm gonna look into those. By the way, I will be giving all the details of the products that I'm mentioning today. As per usual, they will be in the description box below. The links will be there. And if I have any discount codes, I will be leaving them right next to the link so that way you can obviously use it if you're planning to shop a little. Now let's go for the makeup. And foundation first, and this is the VITALUMIERE Aqua by Chanel. Super beautiful, super natural, thin, lightweight. I think Chanel is one of the luxury brands that they really know really, really well how to do foundations. And like I said before, I'm planning to do a guide to Chanel foundations. So be on the lookout for that. I know I said it, I think I mentioned it back on my January favorites, but what happened is I want to take time. I want to make sure that I'm doing it right. And you also know that I film in natural light. So for me, it's really important that I'm able to give you close-ups so that way you can truly see the finish of each of the foundations from Chanel, which I have, I think, all of them. I don't think I'm missing any of them. But anyhow, I'm gonna be uploading that. But yes, this foundation, I had been rocking it. Is this is very interesting. I put myself in this plan to do a guide for Chanel foundations, and no matter what foundation from Chanel it is, I'm in love. I'm in love. It's like discovering a great foundation, a great companion, that foundation that knows you, that is your friend, and that is not going to fail you, which is fantastic. And in terms of concealer, I have been enjoying quite a bit this Tom Ford concealer on a stick. I made a full-on review, side-by-side comparisons with the OG Clé de Peau concealer on a stick. So if you want to know the differences, please refer to that video. I love this concealer in specific because how moisturizing it is. So it is very realistic. It perhaps may not look that wow groundbreaking on camera, but I think what it matters the most, at least to me, is how it looks outside. Will this beat my Chanel Sublimage? No, it doesn't. But what it does is that it is a perfect concealer for simplistic makeup. If you are just going out for your day, that you don't want to put necessarily a full on, you know, just use so much makeup and you just want to retouch certain areas, these will take you to travel to, stick it on your purse because it's literally the size of a lipstick. It's as simple as that. It has beautiful coverage, more to me of a medium coverage, noticing that I do have very, very dark under eye circles. So I usually need to use a color corrector if I'm using something like this. If I want to completely cover my very dark panda under eye circles, but if I want to just keep it natural, I will just use these and that's it. It's lovely. It doesn't crease. It doesn't move. It's long lasting. They did an incredible job with the formulation of this concealer. Completely obsessed. And it has fastly become one of my favorite concealers on my entire collection. And that is to say a lot from someone that has if you have seen me without makeup, and if you don't, if you're a new subscriber, welcome, welcome. I hope that you will like to subscribe to my channel, but go and check Get Ready's with me or like the concealer review of this one. Check my under eye circles, and then you will know what I'm talking about. And the bronzer. Yes, to me, it is the bronzer. Is the bronzer that pretty much all the makeup. Yeah, foundation, concealer, and this bronzer is what I'm using today by Hermes. Oh my goodness. They just did a chef kiss job with this bronzer. It is airbrush. It does have the most silky, smooth kind of finish. It's non-cakey, it's non-powdery, it's non-drying. It does have, I feel like it has some emollients in it that makes of this bronzer look so natural within the skin, and it just have a certain little sheen to it. There's no shimmer, no glitter, but there's a sheen, a natural sheen of that healthy bronze look that I'm just so impressed. I have that again, another, I don't want to repeat myself because for each of the products that I'm talking about today, I pretty much have a unique and dedicated video for such product. But on my review, I compared it with many of my bronzers, some of my favorite bronzers, Gucci, Tom Ford, Sisley. I mean, you Charlotte Tilbury, the name goes on and on and on. And this one is to me a very unique product. So it lands somewhere in between a Sisley, a Valentino bronzer, a very alike to Tom Ford, a non-powdery, non-powdery. I mean, I have been using this bronzer quite a bit, and you cannot even tell there's a dent in there because, like I said, it has emollients, and that makes the bronzer even more unique because it gives this airbrush appearance to it, but at the same time, it melts within the skin, makes it again looking more natural. I went ahead and picked up two more shades of this bronzer. Yeah, I know you would be like crazy. I have here the shade Atlas because this was the only shade that I was able to get my hands on it for the review, and now that is pretty much available in so many different retailers. Again, it will be link on the description box below. I went ahead and picked up the shade number 3 and number 4. So I'm waiting for that. And what I will do is, because I already have a dedicated review with all the swatches, perhaps I will do instead like a reel, a TikTok. I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok too, and even perhaps upload it as a shorts video. So if you want to see all of that, I will highly suggest you to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you have that post notification bell on so you don't miss any, absolutely none of my uploads. And I will highly suggest you, if you're not following me yet on Instagram and you are on Instagram or you are on TikTok, come and follow me there. Help me grow my family. For some reason on Instagram, I'm just a little bit confused on if you're following me on Instagram, can you tell me how many followers I have? And I'm asking this, I know I'm going out of topic right here because when I log in into my account, say with my desktop, it shows me that I'm on 19K followers. And when I'm on my phone, it tells me that I'm 18K point something. So I'm a little bit confused in that regard. And I wish to know. I need to ask also my children, what they are able to see. But anyhow, if you're on Instagram, come and follow me there. And if you can help me, please do grow my following on TikTok. That would be amazing. TikTok has become a little bit harder. I had great success on certain TikToks, and then some other ones is like crickets. It's like, okay, where is everybody? Why is not getting pushed? Why people are not watching? I mean, like it. Each platform, it's a whole new world. A whole new world. Okay, so we spoke about bronzer. That's the only bronzer, honestly, that I can tell you that yes, amazing. Let's go ahead and move on to blushes and cream blushes. The most stunning blushes. These ones by Charlotte Tilbury, the Matte Beauty Blush ones, they are so cloud-like. They have this velvet kind of finish. And when I say cloud-like, to me, they do have this beautiful, like, puffiness to it. I don't know how to describe it, but they just make your cheeks even look a little bit fuller and just more youthful in general. She did an incredible job. To be honest with you, the one that I had been grabbing the most on a daily has been the shade Pillow Talk, but also these two other shades. Anytime that I had been wanting to do not too much on my eyes, I have been gravitating towards these two, which I'm sure during the spring and summertime, these are going to be my go-to. Peach Pop and Pink Pop. I also have the deeper shade, but that one to me, I feel like somebody has slapped me on the face. Every time that I use it, even when I use just a little bit, it feels like it's a little bit too much. Right now, for me, the formula is incredible. but I feel that the shade is going to be a shade that most likely I will put it more to work during summertime when I actually get a bronze, because right now I'm at my palest and I'm a light to medium skin tone, and yet I feel like it's just a little too much. So today I'm using just as a base a little bit of this baby, and that's it, just a tiny bit. But then the rest, it's a combination of a couple blushes. And one of them is this glorious face palette. Well, Chanel is calling it a eyeshadow blush palette. It's oversized. This beauty right here. This one is in Tendresse. Oh my gosh, this is stunning. This is my favorite one. I also have character, but that one I feel that is definitely not for my skin tone. For me, that one is in particular for those who have medium tan to deep complexion. Not for me. For me, this is all what I want and more. You have here 3 blushes. This one can double up as a bronzer. So beautiful, so stunning. And then this jaw-dropping highlighter that reminds me to, I don't remember the name, but I have it on my collection. It was a blush slash highlighter that was launched, I think 2 or even 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I think it was during pandemic. So half was a blush and half a highlighter. I feel that this one is so close to this highlighter. Oh my gosh, it's just incredible. Good thing about this palette is that although it may feel a little bit pricey, if you see the weight right here, we're talking about 12 grams of product. If you were to buy just 2 blushes from Chanel, you are already above that. And here you're receiving 3 blushes pretty much, or if you count this one as a bronzer, if you have my complexion or lighter than my complexion, and then a highlighter. So I think this is, I don't want to say a good deal for Chanel, but kind of. Kind of it is. I love the formulation too because it's actually kind of blurring and very much skin-like. So definitely this is an amazing product from Chanel. And I know some of you are still waiting for Chanel Leblanc collection. I know it has launched in Europe. It also has launched in Canada. And I have heard not only from one of my essays, but actually 3 of my essays that the collection has been pushed, that is not going to be available in March, but rather April 1st is the date that they have set to release it. I know that is so unfortunate in a way because I have been wanting to get it, but I mean, it totally makes sense. Spring for us is going to be more into that April month. It's going to start feeling more as such. And I mean, we never know. With Chanel, it may completely show up when I'm uploading this video. So just stay connected because on Instagram, here on my YouTube channel, if you have your post notification bell on, whenever I upload on my community tab, you will see that I have uploaded, oh, this has come back in stock, this is a new release, and then I have all the links in there. So that's a really good way to stay in communication. Another blush, oh my gosh, it is by CHANTECAILLE and their Spring 2023 collection. In specific, the shade that I have been adoring is this one, Apple Blossom. Oh my gosh, this is just so pretty. This is, yeah, you can tell this is kind of that pillow talk vibe, but with a little bit of, to me, this is a combination. I think 2 perfect shades. Pillow talk as well as the Dior Rosy Glow blush. Imagine them being mixed together and it gives you this. This is what it is. It is stunning. And it does have a blurring effect. It is so magical. I feel that this formula, I wish that Chantecaille, although I enjoy their blushes on their permanent line, they are gorgeous. I feel that if they revamp it or they just create a complete separate line of new blushes with this formulation, boom, they're gonna explode. To me, they really need to get into just do something else for their regular line because I feel like Chantecaille, we are all paying attention to their new collections. And yes, I do have staples. Like, for example, I'm wearing today the mascara by Chantecaille. I feel that they really need to work on the shade range and just bring these type of formulas to their existing collection because these are all limited edition. And when they are gone, then they're gone. And it's the saddest thing ever. Okay, let's go to eyeshadow palettes. This palette really took me by surprise. And not because I don't trust this brand. In fact, I do trust so much this brand that I have partnered up with them a couple times. Again, this video is not in collaboration, not in partnership. There's no sponsors on this video, okay? But it is by FLORASIS. I don't remember the name of the palette, but it's this beauty. It looks like a fan. And then look at the silhouette right here of it's just stunning. This is an everyday palette. It does have so many cool tones, warm tones, neutral tones. You can do a variety of different kind of looks with this palette. I love how creamy they are. Their eyeshadows, they are truly stunning. They don't emphasize fine lines. They don't have fallout, and they last. They actually last because sometimes we go for certain formulations, and when you're kind of like in the middle of the day or hitting your 7 hours mark before you end a day of work, your makeup pieces start to fading away. No, with these ones, no, you will not find anything of that. And in fact, with the blushes that I'm telling you, the rest of my makeup, I find the same thing. These products, I mean, it's getting harder and harder, I think, because makeup products, the technology and the formulations are just getting better and better. That really, there's a lot of competition right here. Okay, let's talk about the eyeshadow quad that I have on my eyes. Is this beauty? By Tom Ford. Tom Ford, I mean, you knew it. You knew it, right? Tom Ford, this is Forbidden Pink on the creme formulation. I know it doesn't have too much of pink. I think this shade is the shade that has the most pink along with this one. This one has a little bit more. I mean, if you think it the way that it can be, in relation, I mean, if you water it down with white, this will give you a pink tone, right? But it's more of a burgundy tone. This one is the only shade that is warmer in tone on this palette, but is this stunning, creamy, oh, this wet kind of formula from Tom Ford. I think there's nothing that will make justice. My hands are a little bit dry right now. I'm sorry about that. I really need to work on my hands back again. It has been very dry in my area. I even posted on my Instagram in 40 years, I think it has been. There was no snow in my area, and we got snow. I know. That's crazy. That's crazy. So it has been really, really dry, and to me, that is really harsh on my skin. So, anyhow, this eyeshadow quad is fantastic. It's the one that I'm wearing today alongside with something else. And it is actually from Charlotte Tilbury. She expanded her pop shots and she got, oh, this beauty. This is Pillow Talk Diamonds. Another fantastic shade. And this is a shade that I have right on the center of my eyelid. So this right here that you see, it is from Tom Ford, Forbidden Pink. All the matte shades are from Forbidden Pink. And then right in the middle, I got this shade. How beautiful. And this is the thing with Pillow Talk. I know some people are a little bit tired of Pillow Talk. I get it. I totally get it that you may be a little bit tired about Pillow Talk. But regardless, it's simply a name. I think what you have to take from Pillow Talk is that really emphasize your features because it plays with the true skin tone of a human. Obviously, we have different skin tones, but that's what I'm trying to say. It just plays to emphasize the healthiness of and the beauty of our skin. Therefore, that's why Pillow Talk, it doesn't only come on this particular shade. We have deeper tones too, not only the pop shots, also in the blushes and the highlighters, but they all play around with that base tone to give that perfect look, a very romantic Victoria's Secret Angel's Vibe kind of look that just looks so glamorous, yet is very, very approachable. In fact, on the video that I did in partnership with Charlotte Tilbury, I created a Pillow Talk makeup look using some of her latest launches and some of the products that we know and love from the Pillow Talk line. So anyhow, loving that one and also loving this new baby, also from this Pop Shots is the ultraviolet multi-dimension. And I know this has been really hard to get. I have posted a couple times. It has come back in stock, so please pay attention to that. This is limited edition and it will be only available, if I don't mistake it, at Charlotte Tilbury's website. So if this is your first purchase at Charlotte Tilbury website, I do have a 15% discount code. So anyhow, it will be again on that description box below. Another eyeshadow palette from Tom Ford that has me just like, oh my gosh, this is beauty, is Cherry Smoke by Tom Ford. If you want to have the most seductive, sultry, not pink eye look that you can ever imagine, you want to be just very, like, this is calling for seduction, go with this one. It's just stunning. It's not the creme formulation. This is the quote unquote regular formula from Tom Ford, but a great, great formula too. I absolutely love my makeup the day that I reviewed this eyeshadow quad, and then I have used it 2 more times, and I have received compliments. I actually, the day that I reviewed the makeup, no, I used to stay at home. I don't even remember. But then the second time that I used this eyeshadow quad, I actually went out for dinner, and 2 people complimented me on my eyeshadow look, and I'm like, oh, it's this baby. It just looks so pretty. It's fantastic, super fantastic. And if you are wondering about what I think about Electric Cherry, I also have reviewed this one. I think it's wonderful, it's beautiful, it's the wet and dry formula. To me, it's better to use it wet in a specific this quad. I actually love these 2 shades right here. These two, they look a little bit too redundant. So I don't want to put it on a fail because it's really not a fail. It is not an obsession per se. It is a favorite, but it's kind of like in like, oh, I like it. It's not like, oh, I'm loving it. I will buy a second one. I love to see it, and I will love to get just these 2 eyeshadows all the time. But yeah, it is a really good palette. If you like the color story, if you like the eyeshadow look that I created with this palette, I will say, yes, go for it. A couple other more eyeshadow palettes. I know, and I may have already mentioned these two on my January favorites, are the Mcgrath eyeshadow palettes from her latest Love collection. I think she did a wonderful job. I'm just in love with this matte eyeshadow palette. This is great. Fantastic formulation, super smooth, super soft, airbrush kind of finish, super easy to blend. If you are new to makeup, or if you are an expert on makeup but you don't want any fuss, you don't want to deal with, oh, I need to use so many different brushes and this is not working, it's looking patchy, you're gonna love this palette from Pat McGrath. And then this beauty right here is the one that stole my heart, and you can tell it is kind of like a summary of Saint Divine Rose 1, the original one, without being repetitive. Yet, I mean, like, it's on that tones, but I don't want to say, and that's something that sometimes hear from other people say, you will get the same look. You're not going to get the same look. This one, you're not going to get the same look. You're going to get a different look. Yes, it's going to be a mauve kind of eyeshadow look, but you're not going to get the same look or looks that you get with the Divine Rose original palette. So this one to me is a definitely happiness. So happy that I have got it. Beautiful formula. What I have noticed though on this specific palette is that I get more kickback. So make sure you tap off your brush. So these are all the eyeshadow palettes that I have been loving for the month of February. Now, lashes. I have to tell you that these lashes are incredible. I think Risa did a amazing job with her lashes. They are super comfortable. They are really long. To be honest with you, when I saw them and received them first, I thought, oh my gosh, these are just too long, too wild for me, because you know my friends that I love to use my velour lashes, and I love how natural they are. I love, like, they are tiny. Like, I have another pair right here, and usually when I do more dramatic looks, when I'm going for like a dinner that I just want to look a little bit more like woof in there, and I use, for example, the Tom Ford Smoked Cherry eyeshadow quad, I thought, oh, are these going to be just a little bit too long, like in general? And they are not, and they are just so comfortable. So these ones right here are the pair in stiletto. Fantastic, and the actual band is very flexible, so it's not uncomfortable. Great job to Risa from Risa Does Makeup and BK Beauty. What a fantastic launch, and I hope to see them growing their selection for lashes because these are really, really beautiful, high quality lashes. I lied to you about the eyeshadows. I have three other eyeshadows, and these are liquid eyeshadows. These are from Mcgrath. Oh my gosh, these eyeshadows are fantastic. They are so easy to work with. Mcgrath did an amazing job with these eyeshadows in the liquid formula. I don't know if they are limited edition. Hopefully, they are not because actually, she created some of the most, I mean, not unique. There's nothing unique on these eyeshadows. And therefore, that's what I'm thinking. She needs to keep them on her collection because they are those shades that they are specific for an every single day. They are super easy, super blendable. uh, I'm just like speechless about how good they are in these liquid eyeshadows from Pat McGrath. Very alike, if you like the ones from Giorgio Armani, I have some of them and I love the formulation from Giorgio Armani. Very alike to that formula. So the shades that I love the most are Platinum Bronze. These took me by surprise. In fact, this wasn't on my radar. I really wanted a platinum tweet light platinum, something like that. And I do have it, but it's not my favorite one. My favorite one of my favorites is platinum bronze. Then I love Divine Champagne is very typical but very well done. And then very surprised by Bronze Bijou. This shade in particular, if you have the Tom Ford Suspicion eyeshadow palette, and in fact, if you use all these three shades right here and you love Tom Ford Suspicion eyeshadow palette, if you love that color story, these three shades will give you that exact same look. I mean, you don't need to buy them all. You can just use one and be done with it. And, like, even if you use your bronzer and just go with one of these shades, you're going to be just set and go. Fantastic. Continuing in the eye area, you know already that I have been using and loving my Chantecaille mascara, but also another product that I have been loving is the Victoria Beckham Beauty. This is her brightening eye. It's not an eye gel, it's just an eye pencil for your waterline. This brightens the waterline so well that if you're tired, if you want to just look a little bit more awakened, or perhaps you have a little bit of redness, it just doesn't look as healthy. Use this and it will change completely. It also opens up your eyes. So if you have very small eyes, these are fantastic. So highly, highly recommend them. And now let's go on to lips. Charlotte Tilbury and the Pillow Talk lip liner is the one that I'm using today. I have been going back to this one. I kind of not forgotten about it, but I have been using a lot of my lip liners from like Sisley, Pat McGrath, also Victoria Beckham Beauty, and I have been trying or not trying, just like naturally going back to that Pillow Talk vibe or just like a little bit more, not super pink, but mauve in tone. And I went back to my Pillow Talk lip liner, loving it so much. It's nothing new for many of you, you know it already, but yeah, that's what I have on my lips. And then on terms of lipsticks, I have two lipsticks that I have been enjoying. One of them is by Chantecaille. I love the lip cheeks from Chantecaille. You know, they are these glorious lip balm like lipsticks that they have pigment and you can build on the pigmentation depending on how many swipes you put on. But this shade in particular, Crocus, from the new Spring 2023 collection, again, another, unfortunately, this is one pass, two passes. It's kind of like this pinky tone. It's very, oh, it's just so uplifting, the shade, and it just makes your lips feel just wonderful. All of the shades are beautiful, but this one is the one that I need some life. Also because, I mean, like we went to the snow, so I needed something, for the snow, something that it was a little bit vibrant. But also these type of shades, you can use it for the springtime, which is meant to be. And these are so comfortable. And if you have chapped lips, I will highly suggest to try the lip cheeks. Talking about chapped lips, and I'm just blown away by this new lipstick formulation from Clé de Peau. So I was very lucky, blessed to say the least, when I received this package and I opened it up and I faced that I had received the 24 new shades of liquid lipsticks by Clé de Peau from their Rouge Creme collection. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I sat down to film and I was thinking, okay, should I just do 3 parts? Because my lips, I don't want them to get, like bad and that they will feel like raw. But then I was thinking to myself, it's like, no, I'm pretty sure I will be fine because they are clé de peau. And yes, yes, obviously I was fine because they are clé de peau. And the lipstick that I'm using today is from this collection in the satin formulation. That they are actually not calling it satin, but shine formula is the one that comes in the clear packaging, and it is Calanthi Orchid. If you want to see a full review on these lipsticks, see me swatch all of the shades: Shine, Matte, Sparkles, 24 shades. I have it here on my channel. This is an incredible formula. Both the shine, well, the three of them, Shine, Matte, and Sparkles, because the name says it all. They are a cream formulation. So definitely you will feel that they are nourishing your lips, that they are protecting your lips in an incredible way. The Shine lipsticks, they are dense in consistency, but not thick, which is a completely different story. So you're not going to feel that they are goopy, also because of the density that they have. Again, they are lightweight. See what I'm saying? It sounds kind of opposite. They are dense, but at the same time lightweight. They do not move, they don't bleed, and they don't gather on fine lines or gray patches. They are stunning. They have beautiful pigmentation. So this is the shade that I have been grabbing the most, to be honest with you. And then today I top it off just a little bit with the sparkle shade in Mocara, which is the golden in tone. To me, this one is, if you love to create that very golden goddess J-Lo vibe kind of look, you have to have this shade. It's kind of like my Chanel Honey lip gloss, or that Tom Ford in the bath, that they just make your lips look more plump without plumping, because there's no plumping effect on these ones, but because they are just so juicy, they look like your lips are just fuller and more beautiful, and therefore even more useful. Great formulation. So these are two that I have been gravitating towards, but some other shades on my rotation have been these ones right here. So let me tell you which ones. This is 203 Heliconia, and this is a pinky tone. I'm not going to swatch them right now because, like I said, I have a full review swatches of all of these shades, so it will be just too much. And then this shade right here is Plumeria Apricot. Oh my gosh, this one with a very simple look, white blouse. Same thing, white blouse, go with Legend Rouge. Oh my, Legend of Rouge in the satin formulation. I also love the matte formula, but the satin formulation, it makes my lips look like cherries. It's just so pretty. If you love that Parisian chic shade, this is it. And then on the matte formula, my friends, Current. This is my type of shade. It reminds me a lot to the Lisa Eldridge lipstick in, is this violet tone that I was rocking it all throughout summer last year, 2022. I don't remember the name, but it is like that shade. It is just so stunning. It's a unique shade that not many brands they do, but it suits my skin tone, and I'm sure it suits so many different skin tones because it's just so pretty. And then the shade Chocolate Cosmos. Now on the matte formulation, they are creamy, and at the same time they are cloudy like, meaning that they are blurring like, and they are so thin, but they carry so much pigment. They don't crack, they don't dry. I mean, your lips, they feel so comfortable. They are in another level. If anything, if you know the lipstick formulation from N Cosmetics, the liquid formula, they are alike to those, very much alike to those. But these ones, to me, they feel a little bit more moisturizing and a little bit more nourishing for the lips without moving. Great, great formula. No, and I did not forget. I love these lipsticks by Hermes. Actually, these have been my daily bread. Both shades. This one, not as much as this other one. I love peach, but nowadays, for daily, I have been using a lot this shade. I'm sorry, I know it looks a little bit gross, but yes, I have been using it quite a bit. It's lovely. I highly, highly recommend them. They are they give a little bit of this juicy look to the lips, very much alike to the ones from Dior. They are just fantastic. And these are it, my friends. These are all my favorites for the month of February. Tiny but mighty. That is February because we usually get so many different launches, but these are the ones that to me they are like top level, super success. The ones that I have reviewed and perhaps I'm not mentioning on this video, it's not that they are fails, but they are just didn't make it to the cut to be my absolute favorites. Okay, my friends, I want to invite you once again to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you have that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. It will be amazing if you can come and follow me on my Instagram and TikTok. Let's grow our family on TikTok and Instagram too. I wish to hit at least 20K on Instagram or above. Obviously, I just dream of that, and then TikTok, let's make it grow. Let's make it explode. Anyhow, my friends, come and follow me there. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also share with family and friends. And if you're not done watching my content, I'll be leaving a couple other videos right here that I'm sure you're gonna love. Until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye bye.